Welcome back. If you've been here before, or just welcome. If you're new here, you found me somehow, so hold on. But no, just welcome everybody. I'm Jimmy, and this is First Gen Mini Rescue. But it's not just minis. I work on everything that we have, mechanical wise, up to my abilities. I know what I can and can't do, and I know special tools aside. Anyway, like alignments, for instance, I'm not going to do those. Those pay somebody. Anyway, I'm going to read today's fortune because of those of you who are new. I read a fortune every day or every video, and if you stick with me for 2 years, you'll hear the whole book. But anyway, let's read today's fortune. Let's see here. I still haven't updated my bookmark. Still an old receipt from West Marine. Anyway, it says, music is the divine way to tell beautiful, poetic things to the heart. So music is the divine way to tell beautiful and poetic things to the heart. Yeah, I can see that. And then, music it's international. It's there's no language, like food and music. Those are the two things that doesn't matter if you speak the same language. You can communicate through food. You can communicate through music. And so don't be afraid to sing in public. Anyway, I got caught doing that this week. Anyway, so that's the fortune. Today's video, it's not so much mechanical. It's like a hodgepodge of things. I wrote down some of them to try to, so I wouldn't forget. But it's basically, I took care of a bunch of little things that were not like worthy of doing a video on their own. I'm gonna go like just by car. There's only really 2 cars I did anything to. Okay, no, 3. But the light blue and white Mini, the 03, my hood latch needed to be adjusted. So all I did was take a 10 millimeter, raised up on the hood latch on the passenger side, so that when I closed the hood, it was pretty much even and it locked in place, and I didn't get my light telling me that either my bonnet, or in Europe, bonnet, or my boot was open. So I did that, knocked that out. It's, maybe I'll show it later on something else. So that was that one. On the gray original car that we had bought brand new, 2004, it has 294,000 some odd miles. Haven't really been driving that one lately. Been driving the other ones. But anyway, on that one, I had a misfire. It was misfire number 2 cylinder. What I did was, since I have about 5 or 6 of these, and original ones, not the MSDs, not sponsored, but I just have the original equipment. I have one brand new one from the dealership, still in the packaging, and that packaging is in a airtight container. That's the one I travel with whenever I go, like if we run to Florida for the week or Georgia or wherever we go for the weekends or whatever. That's the one I travel with, the brand new in the pack one. But what I did was I put one of the ones that I salvaged from the salvage yard, started the car, no misfire. So I would assume that solved the issue. I waited 2 days later, let the car sit, started it again, no misfire. So before I changed it, I would get a misfire. It'd last maybe a minute or so. By the time I got to the stop sign at the end of the street, the misfire was gone. My initial thought, I probably had a fuel injector going out. But there's a couple of things you can do. And someone sent me a message earlier about an issue. I said, well, you change one thing at a time, because if you change the 3 things, like if you change the spark plugs, spark plug wires, and the coil pack at the same time, and your misfire goes away, which one was it? You don't know. So what you could do is swap number 2 spark plug for number 4 spark plug. If the misfire stays on number 2, it's not your spark plugs. You can do the same with plug wires if they would reach, like number 1 to number 2 and number 2 to number 1. If it stays at number 2, it's probably not your wires. I have extra wires, both used and the ones on the orange car, are still, they were new when I started taking it apart. So I could have swapped a number 2 plug wire and, you know, tested that way. You can also, if you want to dive into the mechanicals, you could take your fuel injectors and swap out number 2 for number 4. And if the fault follows you at number 4, then it was your fuel injector. So that's what I was explaining to the person who messaged me. One thing at a time. If it fixes the problem, then you know that was your issue. Now, why does it matter? Because maybe the next time you do it, or the next time you have something, you may not need to change or just start buying new spark plugs, wires, and a new coil pack. You might only need one of those items. Save yourself some money in the future. Anyway, so I did that. I'm gonna still monitor it, and I still have a, where is it? Oh, I put it in my box. I still have a fuel filter and a regulator here, brand new, that I want to change out. So I'll be doing that to the gray car. Anyway, also, what did I do? I did that. Oh, okay, the R52, the convertible that you saw, I did the brakes on. I put the sound deadening in the window, in the doors, because I fixed the door regulators, the window regulators for the driver and passenger door. Well, when I was putting the brakes on, the rear brake caliper, the boot was all ripped up. And I was gonna just replace the boot, but then I looked at the piston was a little bit rusty, and I started going down a rabbit hole, which I was trying to avoid, because all I wanna do is drive the convertible when the weather is nice. So what I did instead, excuse me here. Wait. Okay, what I did was I went ahead and ordered 2 rear calipers, or kits, caliper kits. It comes with the little bracket that comes on there too. But yeah, so I will eventually change these out. Maybe on the next couple of days, I may do that. But yeah, so I have 2, left and right. And they are different, so make sure if you're ordering them, order left, order right. These are not genuine Mini. However, I am going to keep the ones that I take off, and I will clean them up and I will rebuild them sometime, probably a winter project this coming winter. And for when those go bad, or the next ones. Anyway, so I have that. That's on the list to do on the R52. Also, while I was doing that, I had noticed the mirrors, as Europe, you say wing mirrors. Here we say side view mirrors. The gaskets around the side view mirrors was bad on the passenger side. So I just went ahead, I bought the kit, and I changed both of them. So now 2 of the cars have brand new gaskets, and I have a set for the orange car. If I ever finish it one day, we'll get there if I have to, I guess. Anyway, shout out Red Green. Anyway, so yeah, so I changed those. You can go back in my videos somewhere. I think I showed that already, so there's no need to rehash that. Oh, also, Sharon had to go to Northern Virginia for 2 days, and I checked the oil on the Subaru. She's driven, since I changed the oil, she's driven almost 3,000 miles. So I checked the oil, half a quart low. That's our average. We average a half a quart for half of the service. In other words, 2,500 miles, we need a half a quart of oil. So I'm gonna show you a trick. If you don't have a funnel, or you don't feel like, okay, I was lazy and I didn't want to come back to the storeroom here to get a funnel. So let me show you what I did to her car. Okay, that trick will work just about with any car. So if you don't have a funnel, you take your oil, you put the dipstick in the hole as close as you can get it, or as far down. You take your the top of your oil and you just drain it down, and it'll follow your dipstick right on in. Just don't go too fast. And don't pour it. Just go slow and let it go down. Anyway, that's just a trick. Use it if you like. So anyway, so that was it. Oh no, that's not it. I'm presently trying to figure out why my lights are not working on my trailer, my utility trailer. I have to go take this brush, the tree I cut down so that they can make my concrete pad. I got to get rid of all the different the branches and the slugs and all that stuff. But my trailer lights aren't working, so I got to figure that out. I had bought a new wiring harness, so I will be, again, tomorrow probably, putting a new wire harness on the trailer. And the LED lights, they seem to need a resistor. So I'm gonna go right now to the store and buy just regular incandescent light, rear lights for this trailer. Don't want to get pulled over, and here in my county, they are very strict about things like that, your trailer lights having to work. Anyway, so that's it. I'm gonna get that done. It's a little windy. I hope the wind isn't bothering you. I'm inside the storage shed, but my goodness, we're having horrible winds. What else was it? There's some more things I'm still looking for the cars. I'm going to end up ordering a new front piece that I lost from the gray car in the car wash, the grill chrome trim, but I got to get the pre-facelift grill chrome trim. That's the post facelift trim is flat. The pre-facelift trim has curves on it. Anyway, so I'll be looking to get that and a few other items. And yeah, that's it. So really, I've just been doing a lot of small things around the house. I've had visitors. My daughter, son-in-law, and the grandkids were here for a few days since they're on, and their dog, since they're on spring break. So yeah, I've been spending family time. Cars can wait. Family takes precedence. So, but I also have some yard mule, which is just a riding lawnmower without the mower deck. I use it to move the trailer and pull my beehives and things like that. But I got some maintenance to do on that thing too. So yeah, that kind of stuff, small things, maintenance things. Oh, one big maintenance thing I did with the trees on the trailer here. I ended up rebuilding the carburetor on my 27-year-old chainsaw. It's a Stihl 036. It's a professional saw, 20-inch bar. You're not interested in all that, but I did rebuild the carburetor. It runs great, powerful as heck. I got a smaller chainsaw that is not as powerful, but yeah, so I've been doing that as well. Trying to get the tree stuff done so that the concrete pad people can get here. And next it will be stump grinding. I don't know if I'm gonna do it or find somebody else to do it. Anyway, that's it. I can't keep rambling. This is all I had for today, this week. Hope you enjoy. If not, come back next week. We'll have another video. It'll be some kind of maintenance item. And don't forget, I am a beekeeper and it's bee season. Go check out my bee channel. That's Jimmy's Neighborhood Bees. There'll be a link in the description. See what the bees are about. And if so, even if you're not a beekeeper, even if you don't eat honey, see what you can do to help the environment. Bees, we need them in the environment. If we don't have bees, it's gonna be hard to eat, you know, because they pollinate a lot of the foods that you eat. Look it up. All right, that's it for now. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all on the next one. And have fun with your minis, even little projects. They pile up. Have fun. All right, bye.